the farmlands have moved toward us. The forest land is gone on this side, and they've moved toward, farmland has moved this way, which has forced animals in our, into the town. Anyway, so there it is. This is the quote for him to come. He said there's no way to get them all, and I think everybody knows that, but to reduce the population because they're going to keep multiplying.
I'd like to see that they're placed throughout the town and not just in one area.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
The citizens are concerned.
I agree.
I'm from the city, we don't have foxes there.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Yeah, I agree. At the time that he came, these were the sightings that we had, and talking with the citizens, I went with him that day, and in talking with the citizens, he heard enough to say, yeah, we need to come do something. So,
We just have to make sure that they're throughout the town and maybe, where did you post it at? You said
it's
no.
I posted the announcement on the town of Alapaha that we were looking into the issue.
You mean the Facebook page?
The Facebook page.
Okay. So maybe we can get some literature out, maybe, I don't know, for people that don't use Facebook, because not everybody uses Facebook.
Mm-hmm. I think we've come up to about 3,000 hits and about 50 shares on that post. I think.
Yeah, but it can't be out.
But the literature, it needs to be on our post up here when we do this, which it does need to be put on our billboard when the man comes to put the traps out, because during that week, and any week that follows up, the citizens need to be aware. Make sure you know where your pets are. If you see where the traps are set, maybe near your home somewhere, or maybe when you're out walking, if you walk by an area where the traps are, please report it to either me or to our clerk that an animal is in the trap. Now, if it is a pet, we need to get it out of there. Don't try to remove it yourself. And please, for goodness sake, foxes are beautiful. I love them. They're beautiful. The cubs are beautiful and cuddly looking. But please, one of the problems are some citizens go let the fox out because they don't want to see it in the trap. Okay, here's the thing. This is what the man told me about the difference between the domestic animal in a trap and a wild animal in a trap. Okay. Domestic animals are used to laying on the porch or laying in the yard. They can handle this Georgia heat. They know where their water supply is. Okay. If they're in that trap, they can stand a few more hours in the trap. A wild animal in the trap will die quickly. So please don't think they put poison bait in the trap. They're not. An animal like that, the reason they hide in the daytime is because they go into their dens, etc., to stay cool because they cannot handle the heat. If they're in that trap for an hour or 2 hours, as the sun gets hot, sun comes on up and it gets hotter, that animal is likely to die. Now, same thing for your pet, but your pet will survive hours longer than that poor fox will. So he wanted everybody to understand that if you see one in the morning walks, that there's a fox in that trap, please call immediately. He is coming every day to check those traps because they want to be aware of that. They want to be humane to the animals and move them away, as far away from our town so they won't come back. So they're going to try and do it as humanely as possible. But if he gets caught, he's checking a lot of traps, y'all. He covers a lot of territory. So if you see the animal in the trap, please call. Please call and let us know if we decide to do this. Please call and let us know so that something can be done to get the animal out of the heat so it can be relocated alive.
We'll bring 2 traps.
I think he was thinking 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm like constantly over there. I've seen them, not lately, but I've seen them at my house.
Yes.
And they also have it.
Yes, I have heard so many reports since I first posted it on our Facebook page.
So you bring, so everyone's not going to go to this
That,
one. We need at least 4.
yes, we do, at least 4 traps. Okay, well, I'll tell him that, okay, at least 4. And, when he comes back, Mayor, to set everything up, then, we can ask him, you know, if there's new places to set them, because I think everybody's having a situation with the foxes right now. So we can address that when he comes back on where to place them.
So who can people call after hours?
After hours, on the Facebook page, the Public Works number is on the Facebook page. Anthony is supposed to answer his phone, but the Public Works number is there. And now if that's posted anywhere else, I do not know, because
Does he know what to do? You refer, I'm saying he.
He's gonna have to
He know what to do. You know what to do, Anthony?
It's my understanding.
I have no idea. I just call Officer Beason. Officer Beason will take care of it. He actually, I also have a question.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes,
Make sure that Chief Tabor and I have Mr. Wade's phone number.
yes,
And if you see a fox in the trap, just dial 911.
Okay.
Have one of the officers come out, and then we can get in touch with the trapper ourselves.
Yes.
And we'll be able to go there and make sure the animal's fine, and the trapper can get him out.
yes, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Now back to the issue of, I assume we're going to do this. As to which number do you want to work with? Do you want to work with the $1,500 number and do them both, or just do the foxes at this time?
Well, I'm gonna ask, where would this money be coming from? Because we've already had to move money from the general account to meet expenses for this month, so where would this money come from?
That is considered highway and street.
Highway and streets.
It's gonna come out to general control.
So it's under animal control and
That
highways
would
and
be
streets?
considered animal control, and it's highways and streets.
And since that's not a line item in the budget, it has to come from the general savings. That money has to be transferred, I guess, into, I don't know.
Let's see. And that's what it considered animal control. I don't know how much was in it, what.
I didn't see it. I'm gonna remember that.
Is there any reference, Deetra? I know that the DNR recommended this, and the county commissioners are over doing these type of things. So we're also dealing with the county on this. Is there anything under the SPLOST funding? There's nothing. Okay. Okay, so the SPLOST funding does not address any of this. Okay. Mr. Smith, Goodall? Something else to check on important under our dog and cat stuff when you talk for the lost money? Okay. Something else to address? To animal control for the wild animals, like foxes and goats. Something else to address with them? Okay.
Do we know what other towns are doing, or if they're recommending?
No, I'm not aware of what other towns are doing. This is the procedure. Whenever I ask, how do we deal with this? I called, oh goodness, what's his name? Ronnie, is it Ronnie? Ronnie,
Johnny Robinette.
yeah, well, Johnny Robinette is our DNR person. But
Johnny Robinette.
Ronnie Gaskins is our commissioner, and he's with wildlife. And he is the one, I called him, because he is a county commissioner and he is with the wildlife. Whatever his title is with that. And he told me to call Johnny Robinette with the DNR. And he said the proper procedure is don't just call Johnny. He said, you call 911, it's the proper procedure. You report problems with a wild animal nuisance, that's the word, a wild animal nuisance, and ask for DNR to come and deal with it. And then they give the message to Johnny Robinette, and he's gonna call you. That's procedure. So that is the procedure that I followed. 911, told them the wildlife nuisance, and Johnny Robinette called me, and we went from there. So, did that help you? So we're back to, this will come out of our either animal control, well, we don't really have an animal control fund, do we?
We had air control at one point in time, but we don't.
We don't, so it would have to come out of the highways and streets.
That's one of the classes, one of the general account, highways and streets, and it's pertaining to highways and streets.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Mayor, I'll hand it back to you.
It's something we need to do. We sit near the fence line now. What we need to do, get rid of
Yes,
animals.
yes, because they keep multiplying, and the only thing to do is decrease their populations. We can't get rid of all of them, but we can decrease their population.
You know, recommendations? None?
Information.
Do what we probably just need to do that. Yeah, this way to take it around. You know, the issues coming up.
How do we plan on decreasing what's the plan to decrease? Because this could be ongoing, right? I mean, they're wild animals.
Yeah, they do.
They could come back next month.
They
Next
be like increase because they then, you understand, they like the den, the fox like the den near for the general population here because of the coyote. And so they'll put the den there this year, and so the pups get big enough, they're gonna move on. And then next year they'll come back again. So we probably don't have no more problems.
And as the gentleman told me, as Mr. Wade told me, you can't get rid of all of them, but you can decrease them. And they know when, the approximate time that these pups will be born in the spring. And right now, these pups are out of their dens, they're large enough to be hunting on their own. So you can decrease some of their population that is actually inside the city. Now, will they come back? There won't be near as many as the first time. This would have to be something, we probably have to do it every year. About the time of the year that the pups get big enough to start hunting on their own. And then that's a good time to capture them because the pups haven't gotten smart enough to stay away from a trap.
Can I get a motion from council? You all agree with one? Can I get a motion from council? either to the fox and coyote or just the fox. So, motion.
What? Well,
We'll take it.
well, are you waiting for a motion for the foxes or which way to do it?
I think it's more than anything, so.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion, let's do it two separate ways, Mayor. I'll make a motion to do the fox trapping first.
Second. We'll take it to further discussion then.
Huh? Yeah. We've only had one county side, so.
Mayor, can I say this as a citizen? Once the door been open, and I hear people talk about the money where we're gonna get it from, they need to look, it's $90. Somebody gets bid, and there was nothing put in place to try to, you might have been able to try to give it that. Then you can't be liable. I mean, it's a public meeting, you said that you have a problem, and something needs to be did to try to eliminate that. You can go through your budget on your line item, there might be things that was budgeted that you're not gonna spend, and by the end of this month, or those 2 months, you can move that down. Say that would be prioritized.
Yes, it does, because that was one of my concerns whenever I went through with finding out something, the public safety, because everybody knows about this. People were calling me, what are we gonna do about the foxes? So I've looked into it, and I think everyone with good common sense knows that we can't catch every fox. But if we make a genuine effort to reduce the population of the foxes running through town, I think the public will feel better about it. I mean, we can't get every fox. We can't get every fox. We can't keep them from getting up on your porch and chasing your cat or anything like that. But we can help reduce some of the population. We can do what we can do. So that's my point of view on it, that we can do what we can do because we are aware of the situation. And in the interest of public safety, like I said, I would hope that our citizens would have the common sense to know that the town, we are doing something, but we can't eliminate all of the foxes. So I will repeat my motion about trapping the foxes at this time. If anyone wants to add the coyotes, if any of our council members wants to add the coyotes to it, then go ahead. I've only heard of one. He said if you see it a second time, then it's a problem. One time means it's traveling through. Second sighting of a coyote means they're here.
So you're off and set the motion?
So I'm giving the motion to trap the foxes. If anyone wants to add trapping coyotes, then I'll let somebody else do that.
Second.
It's a promotion, I second it.
Yes, we got
Second.
We got a motion and second to get the traps, try to get rid of the foxes only. All in favor of that motion, aye.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Get the traps to trap the foxes.
Five.
Aye.
Can we? Motion and second that we obtain traps to trap the foxes on. So motion carries. You're gonna check on him about more than 2 traps, all right?
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, there'll be more than 2 traps.
They're all over town.
Yeah.
They're in,
Probably, he may, I don't know what his plan is on that, but he may move them around. I don't know how many traps he'll bring. But, so now that y'all know we are gonna do this, if you see the gentleman out setting the traps, watch where they're set, and please, when you're out walking, if there is an animal in the trap, call 911 or call Officer Beeson or Larry, our Chief Aber.
Council Mayor, can I say something? If we're gonna put traps, it should be traps all over, not just one general area. Animals, the four-legged animal is smarter than the 2-legged. So they know I'm being trapped over here, that means they're gonna travel to another area. So it
Yes,
should
sir.
be covered all
Yes,
around.
sir. This gentleman has been doing wildlife nuisance control for a long time. He knows how to
And
space
again,
and replace them.
I say the animals are smarter than the animals are
Yes.
smarter than us, so it should be some also just put here just for caution. Because the animals, if they know they're getting trapped over here, they're gonna move.
Yes,
The
sir.
natural habitat has been taken away from them, as we know, and they are moving into the towns. So if they're gonna put it here, and they know I'm being trapped over here, they're gonna travel to a different area. So we should insist that he put
Yes.
traps all over where we can cut out not somewhat eliminate some of the population.
Yes, yes, and those are things that I'm going to address with him. In fact, I told him this afternoon that since the issue has come up, and since he came the other day, that there's been many people reported multiple fox sightings, and he said, we can work a deal on this thing and take care of as much of it as we can. So we will, I mean, he's gonna work with us. I'll put it like that. He's aware of that, and he is a wildlife nuisance trapper, is what he does. And he works with the DNR on this, so they know who he is, and they've used him frequently. So he does know how to handle the animals and how to trap them.
Mayor, I have some comments.
Yes, ma'am.
My first comment is the ad hoc committee was created by me. The charter rewrite was a draft proposal. The ad hoc committee that was selected by, there were a group of members from this community. They comprised of maybe 12 to 15 citizens from all walks of life. It wasn't just one person that was appointed, like you appointed Rudolph Smith to look at the draft proposal that I created. I believe that more than one person should have had an opportunity to participate in the charter rewrite, which is what the council had agreed. Just want to clear that up. The next thing I'd like to clear up is the event permit application that was implemented and made on May 1st of this year. That event application is for city-owned buildings and property and does not, just want to clear up, it does not pertain to privately owned property. And that event permit application is the exact copy of Norcross. So the only thing that was done was the name was changed. It's 4 pages. It's pretty much not applicable to, when you get past the first page, the other 3 pages does not apply to Alapaha. We're a small town, and if you're gonna look for a permit application, it should have been done, just in my opinion, this is just my opinion, we should have looked at towns like Alapaha in size and population, and that was not done. So when we talk about what's illegal and replicating things, we need to be very careful. And the next thing is, I'd like to address that the book bag, the back to school event that we had not this past Saturday, but the previous Saturday, it was a success. A lot of people came out, a lot of children in the town were being received. We had a lot of donors, and it was my understanding, Mayor, that you called one of the organizers on Friday, the day before the event, after 4 o'clock, and stated that we needed to get a permit. We needed to fill out the event permit application. So in reviewing that, we realized that that wasn't true. And so we want to move in a spirit of harmony and togetherness, then we should promote that. And the last thing I'd like to say is no one person knows all. So why is only one person knows a lot about or all about the town of Alapaha before the council? So that's my comments for tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, I did call about we do have the permit, and if anything on it does pertain to you, or the person that's doing the permit, I got to put the name down, I think everybody can read. Yes, I did call somebody about the event, because I thought it was gonna be, I didn't know it was gonna be a drive-by type event. So the permit said that if anybody have any events in this town of Alapaha, that fill out the application so that the purpose of that is that we'll know who's coming into the town. We had an incident a while back where some people came into town, the bus load of folks came into town, and nobody knew who they were even coming. And so it's for the safety of the community that we know who is in the city, and I don't see any problem with having a permit so that we'll know who's in the city regardless of where it came from.
Well, I think business owners, property owners in the town of Alapaha need to know that if they're renting out, so for example, because what I'm hearing you say is, if anybody is having an event outside of the city, just period, in the town of Alapaha, they need to fill out that 4-page event.
Yeah, if you ever been to your house,
No, I'm not saying at your house. So when the Baptist church, the red building, I refer to it as the red building, when they have an event, because they rent out that building for social occasions, the person, do they have to get the permit, or the person that rents the space have to get the permit?
that's two different.
How is it different? Because the back to school event was held at Steve Dixon's. He had given us permission. That was private property. And so the application says city owned.
That's why you all did not, I called her, she reminded me of that, and then I told her that you didn't have to have it.
Oh, because it was listed on the flyer for about 2
The
weeks.
permit.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear, because I don't think the residents know if,
That's good.
okay.
Mayor, this is time for 5 minutes, so we just buy people. This is time for 5 minutes.
Sir?
This is time for 5 minutes from the public.
Okay, yes, anybody got any suggestions? This is the 5 minutes.
Mayor,
Hold on a minute. Anybody got anything from the public? This is what.
Mayor, I'm not gonna stay long because I'm not gonna sit here with all this drama. Now, she is the craft of deception.
Mayor, with all due respect, our decorum, it explicitly explains that we speak to the business. When the public speaks, they speak to the business at hand, or whatever is concerning the business. That's not their time to make personal attacks against the council. It's in the decorum.
Mayor, the core, what should have happened, she never should have done me, I'm talking to you. So let's stay with it.
Point of order,
Mayor.
I'm asking they to follow the decorum.
It is the core.
Can he speak?
Well, I want to go back, and I'm going to take a few minutes. I want to take a few minutes on this charge. That was not the way that was set up. The councilman, I was sitting there.
The case out, yeah, go.
May I ask that, may I request that the clerk read the meeting decorum? It's getting late in the hour. May I ask that the clerk read
everybody one week.
May I ask where the money came from?
Well, I think, Mayor, I think what's happening, the truth is not going to get out, so it's trying to get censored. So this is what happened with the charter. Councilman Ira was there, they had a meeting, and they said what we would do, each council would choose 2 people. 2 people. I mean, I'm not looking for any job or anything. I did myself, I'm just here to volunteer. And I'm not here to step in front of anybody who has an ego that feels like they should know everything. I don't know everything. I don't confess to everything. I know, and I can handle what I do know. And I've got 40 years of experience plus. I ain't come to this agreement. That charter was taken. It was taken from Nashville, and she plagiarized it. I came to you. Council, I remember there was supposed to be council with 2 people, supposed to be 10 people on that committee. You cannot get a time full of people to come in and sit and do anything like that. And what they did, they picked, she never picked her. She went out and stirred this community up. She stirred it up. She went on this side, and I said the north side, and she got people who were there that didn't even know the situation, and gave them a charter that said this is a 100-year-old charter. This is what the problem. She don't know what she's doing. The charter is an amended item. The charter will always stay for 100 years. Because when you go through it, you're going to see the old, but you're going to see the new that amended that. That's where the problem came in. This charter had never been amended. The charter was amended in 2001 in several areas. Right, Nikki? You know where the ordinance are. Well, in 2001, the charter was amended. Everything on the charter does not have to go back to the state. A lot of it's home rule. The 4 years did because they have to go back to legislation. So when you keep saying that and belittle the town on false accusation, that's terrible. I mean, our cities out there, I don't care where you go. What's happening in Alapaha? What's happening with that lady that building council? Everywhere you go. The permit, she said the permits came from North Carolina. Anytime you do a permit, you build it for growth. That permit had in there, if anybody's using any of the city facility, if they're going to need somebody to park there, or going to need police there, and if it doesn't apply to you, you don't have to put it on there. And I worked for North Cross, yeah, and I probably did the permit, which it doesn't, you don't have to be in the wheel. You say Alapaha is small, it is small. But you don't know who's coming in here. If somebody came down to the park, and it was a big event, you got to have something to address that. You can't go back and address it, oh, I got to fix this. Now you have to address it. If nobody uses that part of it, just put it out. And because it was a 4-page document, it covered everything. So this is what I don't understand. What's the issue? I mean, if you think I know everything, I don't know everything. But, and that's the problem. The problem in 2.5 years ago, I came in here, and I asked the mayor to table that charter because it was going south. The mayor tabled that, and from that point on, nothing has been right to her. Everything is like, you after her. Nobody's after you. Nobody's after you. I don't know what this is. I kind of do, but I'm not going to sit here lately. But to come in on the back end and bring this charter stuff back up, we haven't finished that. We was through with that. It already been said. Now you want to come back on the back end and throw in some stuff that's still not true. It's kind of I want to ask you one thing. You sit there beside. One that way that y'all think you said that you was in a meeting, she was in a meeting, Ms. Black was in a meeting, and that's the way they were formed a committee to review the charter. He went out there to rewrite when Councilman Carter first started with it.
What happened was when I chaired the work sessions, which were greatly needed, we never had them. The work sessions was devised by me and 1 or 2 others to upgrade and updates and stuff with your permission. We didn't have to. Now let me go back a little further. I don't know what happened when I called the first 2 work sessions. I will use our deceased brother, Mr. Hopper. I met Mr. Hoffman one day at the post office, and he was telling me about what needed to be changed. Okay, so I contacted her, contacted Mr. Black, okay. Moving forward, every time we had 7 work sessions. Okay, you had 1, 2 council members were absent. We had 2 that were not put on the board to be legal. I take full responsibility for that because there was a communication mishap. Okay, when we did the work sessions, I can name the people that came and wrote their names down. We didn't lie. We didn't do anything behind your back. Matter of fact, every time that we had one, I came to your house or I called you on the phone. Okay? I did that because we needed to upgrade and update some stuff. I came up here June 15th last year. This is when all the, excuse my language, hell broke loose. Okay? There was a meeting, a formal meeting with my school teacher, Miss Gaskin, my 6th grade school teacher. She sat right there. We had 3 disruptors of all the people. One of the pillars of the community, Mr. Darrell Johnson, sat right there. He came to listen, to be educated. Okay? It was so loud by 3 individuals that he got up and left. Okay? Not her. It was not her. Okay? Let's move a little forward. I met with the fire department gentlemen, Councilwoman Carter, her, myself, and 1 or 2 others. We met with Chief Mathis, and Chief Mathis updated us on what they needed because there was a fire truck out there that had no battery. So all of this came from me while mowing grass, okay? Because we needed to upgrade the town. Now some bad feelings got hurt, some toes got stepped on because we decided that we wanted the charter to be updated. I didn't say go out and do it because I told everybody I read it from the charter. I didn't make it up. That's all I did. And when she had the meeting, there were some people who didn't agree with it.
Excuse me, Councilman, I did not ask you that.
Okay, but no, let me finish. Let me finish and I'll stop. Because I'm ready to go home. Let me finish. We got a reporter, we got a reporter. Let's tell it like it really is. Okay? This has been nothing but hard feelings. Yes. Hard feelings. In those work sessions, we wanted this gentleman to come. I don't have to go get anybody because my word is good enough. When I went to him, he said one thing: I do not want any rigmarole up here. There's been no foolishness with the then council. All we did, we came to sit down and talk about the issues of the town. That's it. No more, no less. Yes, I am the one that read it from the chart that every council member get 2 individuals and 1 alternate to read, not us, the citizens. That was the wrong thing that we did. You know why? Because it was us, not them. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. And it went from this, and that. And that's all it is. So I'm the one that called the work sessions. I'm the one that told everyone to get 2 citizens to do it. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
I want to clarify something too. It was my understanding that each council member was supposed to bring 2 people to the meeting.
That is
and
correct.
out of those 2 people, there was supposed to be a chairperson.
Right.
And from my understanding, Councilwoman Carter Gibson went out and recruited several people and brought me here, okay? I was working out of time, I came in, and she was in there copying off a lot of paper. I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm fit to have a meeting. I said, you're not supposed to have a meeting, you're supposed to have 2 people each to come in there, and then out of those people form a committee, chairman, and I said, should be having a meeting. She said, well, I tell you what, I'm going to have a meeting, but you like, not, if they posted, that's on the clerk. And this is what happened, okay? And this is why everything got in order, because each person was supposed to bring 2 people, and not one person come in and bring their whole team. So after that, the next meeting, we decided to chair the charter. Everybody went over, her group went over to the gym, and they had their little meeting outside, and had to say that we was out watching them and all that stuff. I know that's not true. And then, that's the reason all the chaos came out back here, because I had informed her that the only thing that was supposed to happen back here was everybody bring 2 people, and you choose a chairman. A chairman. She told me she was the chairman.
Mayor, that is incorrect. You appointed, the record reflects that you appointed Rudolph Smith to, look at the, draft. No, the record is clear. If the clerk, I can pull the record. The record is clear. The official minutes state that you appointed Rudolph in a meeting to look at the draft and get back to you. And from that, I believed, just my opinion, that wasn't fair to the citizens of this town, that one person should look at the draft and give only their opinion. So I decided, I spoke to some representatives at GMA who you had a conversation with, and they made it clear to you, 2 individuals, they explained it to you, and they participated in one of the meetings. They made it clear that this ad hoc committee I could form. I asked for a work session. It was explained. Not one council member here brought one person to the meeting. Not one council member, all the council that was here, not one person, to my knowledge, invited no one. So in speaking with the council members throughout the planning session, engaging them, somebody said, well, I asked 4 people, I asked 2 people, nobody confirmed. So yes, I did go throughout the community and explain it and engage to ask people. I didn't force anyone to come. The people that showed up, let me go back. The date in question that we had the meeting, I believe it was June 15th, I requested to have the meeting here. You were fully aware. And you're right, on the day of the meeting, probably 1 hour before, you tried to stop me when I was making copies. You tried to stop me in there. You told me that I could not have an ad hoc committee. Let me finish. That's what you said. And 3, it's in the records. It's in the records. And it was a 1-hour meeting, and 30 minutes into the meeting, the second half of the meeting, 3 people came. Well, I know 2 was disruptive. Councilmember Carter and Citizen Sharon came in, and they just derailed the whole process.
Mayor, that's fine, because the question I asked was not to her. I was talking to Councilman Hyde. So when you talk about decor, you kind of need to give yourself a council.
This is in every meeting. Rudolph Smith, in every single meeting, you come up and you speak out of order. You direct all your comments to me. You and your group. And tonight, I get an opportunity to speak up, because that's something I haven't done. That is something that I have not done. So if I'm out of order, I would gladly leave. I know it's late. The mayor sits and he allows this disorder every single meeting. I am the subject. It's me.
It is you.
So it's not, well, it's you. It's you too.
It's not me.
It's you, sir.
I'll get back.
Yeah.
And the thing, what
It's you.
I was asking Councilman Hyde,
It's you.
and he said that the mayor had set that up, right?
The official record does not support that.
But, Councilman, I was a little bit disappointed in you, because when you said the people showing out, you had 2 answers where you acted like
I can did, because I do believe in the court, and thank you very much for reminding me.
Mayor.
It's going to be a sipping thing for all the elderly people to come out. It's going to be at the City Hall from 3 to 5. And also, I want to ask you, and this is not going away, the turkey game. We would like to know what is the lawyer, because it's coming up, and I don't to know. And we want to know what is the lawyer and the TBI doing about it. That's our right. She's so articulate about everything she said, every note, I'm not talking to you, about every note, she's so articulate. I would like to know, what is the lawyer? Can you answer, what is the lawyer? I asked a question, what is the lawyer doing about it?
Yeah, once I'm out of it, he's taking care of it, okay?
Okay, and each meeting, I'm gonna address it because we want to know. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor.
We got a concern service and visitor here wants to speak.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt Henry Baker from the city of Lennox. And I talked to Penny High today, and she told me there was some grant money. Councilman here said y'all were redoing the depot. She said any city under $5,000, anyone went to the depot in Hayhire?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
okay, the depot in Hayhire, she said that y'all could get that fixed with grant money. I talked to her today about that. She called me and told me there was money for any city under $5,000. I mean under 5,000 people. So she told me y'all was doing that depot. So I just come by to relay that to y'all. They intended to be here before the meeting, so I would be in the meeting. Just to let y'all know that was there's some grant money called a transportation grant. And she asked us, did we have a depot that we wanted redone? And I told her no, we put in to get our walking track resurfaced and some sidewalks. And so she told me that, I said, well, I'll go over here and just get a message to that one. So they are doing that.
Would that be the tap grant that she's talking about? The tap.
We really appreciate it.
So that's why I was here. I'm sorry I came in late.
Let me say something. I'm in touch with Ms. Heisman, because she worked with us, on thing. She sent me a week ago what you were talking about. I sent it over to our grant person, Ms. Horsey, and she's gonna work on it.
But I know I ain't lost the phone. I've been without the phone.
Yes, thank you.
I've been without the phone a month. And so when I got the phone yesterday, I see what you get going.
In fact, she had
If
some.
they don't, I'm glad we do, I ain't trying to do nothing. But I just feel that we're a small community. We need to do
Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor, I would like to say something. Okay. Everyone, please, y'all remember and talk about our pop-up library. She's been here twice already. Remember, she comes twice a month on the second and fourth Tuesdays. And since the children she's been coming in the mornings, but since the children are going back to school now, we're talking about the possibility of moving it to the afternoon. Please come visit her when she comes, because we need the feedback. She does not know what to bring. She does not know when is a better time for her to be here. Please come and visit when the library is here and talk with her. She needs your feedback. This is not something that Alapaha specifically is doing. This is the Coastal Plains Regional Library. They have gotten a grant to do this. This isn't a summer thing. This is an ongoing, every 2 times a month, every month, 12 months out of the year. They plan to keep doing this. They have been funded already to do it. Please come out and support that, because it's more than just books that she brings. And please come out and visit this young lady and tell your kids, and bring the children out. And we are looking for feedback on what's a better way to serve our community with this library. So please come talk to her when she comes. Okay, and now one more thing that I would like to clarify. And I'm going to hush so we can adjourn. Okay? I would like to clarify this one issue, Mayor. A statement that was made earlier that I didn't get to respond to, and I would like to respond to it now, and then I'm gonna hush and we're gonna adjourn, okay? This is addressed to Councilwoman, right? She addressed me as an alleged journalist. I would like to inform her, I have not one, but 2 journalism degrees. I'm not an alleged journalist. I am a degree. I've worked on, I have the experience on multiple newspapers, plus owning my own magazine. I'm not an alleged journalist. Okay, now I make a motion that we adjourn.
One moment, Ms. Councilor Black, we did congratulate her, and we all see her. She turned her resignation in yesterday, personal reasons. Right now, we don't know how this is gonna go as far as, special election, can we wait until November to tell the, I'm gonna call them later tomorrow and see what actually has to take to the best spot. So, she said she was, kind of, that's some personal reason why she didn't really want to continue with the council. Okay, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion second, that we adjourn this meeting. All in favor, aye?
Aye.